Welcome to episode 132 of Regen Rovers. It's the start of our second season in the Premier League and our 14th season of the series. And we're starting it off by taking on Newcastle United, who are still managed by Cristiano Ronaldo. We've had a little bit of a rivalry with Ronaldo over the years, haven't we? He often pops up at my stadium watching some of my players. I think it used to be because we had Yahya on loan from Newcastle, and then last season we had Vianello on loan from Newcastle. So he's usually scouting his own players, to be fair to him. But it is quite funny how he always seems to pop up. They are a top team. It's going to be a very tough start to this season. They did finish in the top 7 last season. You can see, look at these facilities. Continental reputation, state-of-the-art training facilities, top youth facilities. Compare that to us. We've now got a 3.5-star national reputation, which is good, but our training facilities are still adequate. Our youth facilities are still below average. We're struggling along in that regards, but overall, it has been magnificent, hasn't it? Make sure you check out the last episode, by the way, if you didn't watch it already, because that was the Jack Young testimonial, and I also introduced lots of our new players. I will quickly just whiz down the names of the players that came into the club, but not in detail. We are improving things, by the way, for those that keep asking. The youth facilities are currently being improved. Last season, the training facilities were improved. I'm still asking for things when I can. I would like to expand the stadium even more because it's only 12,500 seater and we're filling that out every single game. So we really do need to improve that when I'm able to, but the board aren't letting me at the moment. Despite the fact we do have quite a bit of money in the bank. It has dropped off lately because we've spent a lot of money on transfers, as you can see there. £57 million. Now, since the last episode, a couple more transfers. Nick Austin's gone out on loan to Ipswich. I might recall him though, because there's a possibility that Kay might leave. Ray Godfrey, who we signed in the last episode, has also gone out on loan. He's gone to Blackpool. And we've sold JCG. I did say that I was trying to sell him because he's unhappy. He didn't want to be at the club. He's unhappy about being second choice right winger now. And he's gone over to Racing de Santander in the Segunda Division for £3 million, which I think is alright. We made a tidy profit on him. Some of that money did go to Valencia and a little bit of money went to JCG himself, in fact. He had a couple good years with us. 6.86 average rating in the Championship. Actually had a better season in the Premier League, funnily enough. But I think I just had to let him go because he was just upset. And I don't want players that don't want to play for Regen Rovers. We need players that love the club, and he clearly doesn't love the club. It does mean Pascal has been promoted back to our backup right winger. He obviously isn't quite as good as JCG, but I think we've got a bit more of a connection with him. He's been here a few years now. He's put in his first year was magnificent, wasn't it? And he did all right in the last couple years. So hopefully he can be a more than adequate right winger for us. Paul Kelly is our new right winger, who, incidentally, someone did actually point out, he is Paul Kelly in real life is like an Australian singer. I think he's in his 50s or something. So we do have a celebrity name at the team anyway. Before we get on with a few things today, I have actually, let's just make this bigger so you can see. So these are some Regen Rovers stickers that I bought. I did say that I was setting up a shop with Zazzle, as you can see there. And I just wanted to see what they look like before I made the shop go live effectively. I did actually put a link to it in the last episode, but I've put a link to the shop in the description below. There's a few things on there, mainly mugs. There are, I mean, you probably won't want to buy stickers. I literally put them up to just test that the logo looks okay, and it does. It looks beautiful. So there's some mugs. I think there's a trucker cap. There's a few other things, and I will be adding stuff over time. So if you would like to buy a Regen Rovers merchandise item, then that's the place to get it from. Thank you to anyone that has purchased one so far. I'm getting, I think it's 5% commission, so it's not a huge amount. I've effectively just set this up so because I know you guys want some Regen Rovers merchandise, so I've set it up for that reason. And I thought Zazzle was the best site. When I was looking around, it was just more flexible. It was easier to do designs. There was a lot more options there. So that's why I've gone for that option. But check out the link in the description below if you're interested in that sort of thing. Anyway, like I said, transfers. We haven't made any more transfers yet. So we've got Ray Godfrey, Paul Kelly, Nadigiaful, Sam Hunt, Lars Burden, Sebastian Martinez, Onyekachi Ali, G-String, our Austrian, and Kevin Savage, our record signing. Those are the players that have come into the team so far. The team's looking pretty big, I must say. But JCG leaving has left a little bit of a hole. Well, it hasn't left a hole because we've still got 2 right wingers. Goalkeeper-wise, though, I've loaned Nick Austin out. Kay is our number 1, quite clearly. He's our best keeper. He's just got injured, actually, in the last friendly, where he managed to beat Crewe 3-0. Sam Hunt getting 2 goals and Kevin Savage, so our 2 star strikers scoring. But Kay has had a bid from Napoli, £3.2 million. Now, I didn't actually realise that his release clause was so low, but to get him to sign previously for 20 grand a week on a 600k deal from SPAL 2013 in Italy, I had to put in a minimum fee release clause to get him to sign a contract for so low, because if I offer him a new contract now, which he doesn't want to because I did try to offer him one, he wanted £110,000 a week to sign a new contract. So it's inevitable that he's leaving. I have to decide what to do. Is Koch good enough to be our number 1? I think we'll find out today. We're going to have to play him against Newcastle. Kind of feel like maybe not. He's only 19. There's still a lot of improvement there for him, hopefully, to grow. He needs to have a haircut so he can actually see the ball flying towards him. And then if he is to be number 1, can Nick Austin be back up? I'd have to recall him from Ipswich, of course. Kind of thinking when Kay goes, I need to try and sign another goalkeeper. We've got plenty of money to do it, and we've still got a couple of weeks before the end of the transfer window, so there's still likely to be some transfers before the end of the transfer window. Here we go then, our first game of our second season in the English Premier League. We're at home at the Regen Rovers Stadium. Remember, we only lost 1 Premier League game at the Regen Rovers Stadium last year, which was the last... Was it the last game of the season or the second from last game of the season against Man City? Let's get off to a good start. Like I said, Newcastle, very tough team. If we just have a look at the table last year, you can see they finished 6th. I've forgotten to say who came up from the Championship, actually. If we just go down so we can have a look. Southampton, Leicester and Brighton were promoted. So 3 pretty solid, tough teams. It looks like a tough division. And if we look at the season preview, of course, we're predicted to finish bottom. Below Brighton, who went up, below Stoke and Watford as well. The other 2 promoted teams, Southampton and Leicester, expected to finish pretty high up the table because they've got some very good players, especially Southampton. I think both of them have English internationals, actually, in their team. Our key players then this year, according to this, is Sam Hunt on loan from Man United and Kay, who is likely to leave. Unless he rejects Napoli, of course. He might decide to stay in the Premier League. He had a great first year for us. He's only been here 1 year, hasn't he? Yeah. He did well in the Premier League last year. But he is very likely to go, isn't he? And if we look at the team report, let's just see how we compare against Premier League teams. Have we improved with the signings we've made? Let's find out. We've still got the lowest for first touch and passing, but other things, I think teamwork's high. We've always been good with teamwork and aggression, haven't we? That hasn't changed. Goalkeeper-wise, it's alright. We're the lowest for kicking, handling, aerial ability and throwing, but agility is the 2nd highest in the league. But with Kay leaving, that could of course change. Jumping reach, we're the highest in the league. For defence, that's pretty random. This has definitely improved since we've made a couple of signings at the back, at full-back and centre-back. Pace is the lowest though, so that could be a problem. We might have to play a deep line. Midfield, I think that's improved. There's still 3 bottom ones there, but other things have improved. Attack-wise, long shots and heading are the lowest. This is definitely an improvement. It looked terrible at the start of last year. So I kind of feel if we finished 9th last year, there's no reason why we can't do that again. Technically, we are terrible, but we're always terrible, haven't we? We've always been like that, whichever division we've been in. Danny by the way, is still our club captain. I've kept him as captain the whole time because when you change captains, it kind of upsets things a little bit, I find. So I've decided to just keep him as captain. But I have promoted Nathan Williams, our young English centre-back, to vice-captain. Don't know what's going on with training there. What's going on? It's got it on balanced average at the moment. We'll keep it on that for the time being. We're only going to play 1 game today in today's episode. We haven't managed to beat Newcastle yet. We've drawn 1 and lost 1 last year. Don't know what my record against Cristiano Ronaldo is like. Are you able to see a record against a manager? I'm not sure you can. That would be a nice feature, because obviously Ronaldo used to be manager of Blackburn and we came up against his Blackburn team a couple times. This is the team I'm going with then for this first Premier League game. We're having to play Koch in goal. We've got no goalkeeper on the bench because Austin's out on loan and Kay is injured. I didn't want to play one of my under-18 goalkeepers. There's no point. So we're just going to have 7 outfield players on the bench and hope nothing happens to Koch. Now we've got Fall playing at right back. He's making his first competitive game for Regen Rovers today. Our French right back. Horatio is playing alongside our new signing Lars Burden. Now I wasn't going to play him initially, but Nathan Williams got injured in the crew game as well. So our Dutch 22-year-old comes into the team. He is technically our best defender. Signed him for £3.6 million from Frankfurt. So we'll see how he copes. If he plays well, then I guess he'll keep his place. Martinez is also making his competitive debut at left back. Our Argentinian looking to impress. In the middle, we've got the old names Garber and Schultz. Now, there's still a possibility I might try and find another central midfielder. I did sign Ali, but he's not a massive improvement on what we have. And he's more of a box-to-box midfield option. And I've signed him kind of as a replacement for Schultz because he's got decent tackling. So if Schultz gets injured, or he could leave. I've had about 5 offers for Schultz, all from German teams, but they've all offered £10 million, but it's all been in sort of 48 months and weird add-ons and that sort of thing, and that's clearly not good enough for someone like Schultz, who's so important to us. And his release clause is much higher as well. He's got a £14.75 million release clause. If someone comes in with that, we obviously won't be able to... Why have I got an asking price of £9 million on him? No chance. I mean, you'd have to bid his release clause if you want him, but he's certainly not transfer listed, that's for sure. That's probably why I've had so many bids come in for him. Anyway, Garber's playing as well because Naganuma's on international duty with Japan. I don't know why they're playing at the moment because he's been away for a couple of weeks, which is a little bit annoying. He's got 71 caps for Japan now. He's only 24 years old. On the right, we're playing Paul Kelly, and on the left, we're playing G-String, our Austrian international signed from West Ham United. It was a record at the time when we signed him, but the current record is Kevin Savage, our young Welsh wonder kid. He's only 19 years old, looking to impress. He had a good game against Crewe Alexandra, and he's going to be playing alongside Sam Hunt, who's on loan from Man United. 18 on finishing. These two could fire us to glory this year. It would be lovely if we could win a cup. It's probably asking a bit too much this year, but we're a Premier League team now, why not? In the comment section below, let me know where you think we should be finishing this season, or what we should be aiming for this year. Should we be aiming for a cup? Maybe putting more focus on the FA Cup or League Cup? And because we're going to finish mid-table, I guess, in the league, hopefully we won't be dragged into relegation battle, you never know. But assuming we are meant to finish mid-table, should we really go for a cup competition this year? I should put out my strongest team against whoever we play in the cup, regardless of them being a little bit tired. Maybe. Anyway, Newcastle today, their key man up front is this guy, Dutch striker, 7 goals in 9 games for his country. Looks pretty good. We've got Sobby behind, a real player from Egypt. Ah, look, they've got Oliver Burke, the Scottish guy who plays for Leipzig in real life. Is it Leipzig or Leipzig? I can never remember. They've got some good players. And we're going with this attacking tactic that I used in pre-season. It worked very well. We won every single game. We don't have an attacking midfielder. I've decided to gamble and just go for this tactic this year. We want exciting football. We might lose as many games as we win. We might lose more games than we win. But I want exciting attacking football. The Regen Rovers way. It's all about being pretty direct, high pace, just get goals. Doesn't matter if the defence fall apart occasionally. We just want to see some goals. And with the strikers we have, I see no reason why we can't go for the approach of, I will score 1 more goal than you. You're probably wondering about the logos. I did mention it in the last episode. We've had, I think, 5 now that have come in. The consensus was, I think, the main consensus was there was a couple that people liked, and some people liked 1 or 2 of them better than our current logo. But there were a lot of people that agreed that the current logo actually is the best one. We will do a poll at some point. I'm keeping it open for now. You're welcome to create logos and send them in. You've got... Oh, I thought there was going to be a mistake there. You have the opportunity to have your logo featured on merchandise, like the current one is, and the previous one is as well. if you look on Zazzle. Here we come. Can we go 1-0 up already? Oh, it's gone in. I think it's an own goal. G-String with the cross, and we're 1-0 up after 11 minutes with an own goal. We've not had a single shot according to the game, but we are 1-0 up. That's quite funny. It was a really good cross in, actually. It just caused problems for the defender. It came off his shin. Hunt was there. Savage was there waiting. But it didn't happen. Anyway, we will do a poll at some point, and we will put it up against our current logo to see which one you do actually prefer. But I'm just leaving it open for the time being to see if we can get any more. Here's Hunt into G-String again. He's fouled. It's a penalty. I still haven't found a very good penalty taker, by the way. Our best penalty taker has 12. Who is it? Who's taking the penalties today? It's Sam Hunt. He scores his first goal for the club on loan from Man United. Hoping to get in the England team as well. Trying to impress me. England manager, of course. I think next episode we will have an England game in the episode. I want to get Jack Young to score. I think we're playing Luxembourg, which is why I'd like to show that one. We're 2-0 up. This is comfortable. Let's just turn Be More Expressive off. An own goal and a penalty is a little bit cheeky way to take the lead, but there we go. I will take it. G-String really should have 2 assists. I don't know if you got the assist for the penalty or the own goal. Sometimes the own goals don't really count the assists for some reason. Not really sure why. Schultz picks up a yellow card, of course. 34 minutes in. Will Newcastle get back into this one? They haven't done anything so far, but they have actually had more possession and more shots according to the statistics. But Koch easily picks that one up. We beat Real Madrid in pre-season in the Jack Young testimonial. Sorry if I've ruined that for you, but you should have watched it by now if you hadn't. That was quite phenomenal. Jack Young scored. Even more phenomenal. Here we come again, looking for a third. Here's Kelly into Garber, who can't find a striker, and now Newcastle can break. Schultz has to be careful. He's on a yellow card. Here come Newcastle United. Good save by Arif Koch, looking to impress, hoping to make a claim for the number 1 jersey if K does leave. And here's an opportunity from the corner. Oh, Koch catches it. He's good at catching, isn't he? He's got sticky gloves. But here come Newcastle again. Come on, Martinez. He does well. It hits Schultz. Now here's G-String charging forwards. Passing it into Hunt. What's he going to do? Beats a man. Here's Savage. Oh, he was looking for Kelly. It was brilliant football. Maybe Savage should have just had the shot there. We've both had 2 clear-cut chances in this game. But we're 2-0 up. Don't know what the other clear-cut chance was. Obviously, the penalty was 1. I think we'll go standard, but just keep it the same, really. The same formation, same tactic. Schultz, we'll have to keep him on, I think. I could bring Ali on, but Schultz is just so important. He's generally sensible. He's only been sent off once, hasn't he? Despite having numerous yellow cards. Here's G-String. Playing it into Savage. Can we get an early goal at the start of the second half and kill this game off? It's Savage back to Garber. It's played... Oh, he went for the killer ball through to Savage. It didn't quite come off though, did it? And Newcastle can now break. Martinez can't get on the end of that. It's crossed in. Oh, he was offside. Burke was offside. Oh, another highlight straight away. Free kick to Newcastle. Crossed in, headed away. Win it back, guys. Come on. Here's Yakubi. Running into the corner. Blocked. Here's Kevin's... G-String, sorry. G-String... did a weird circle there. Here's Sam Hunt. Charging forwards. Losing the ball far too easily. Should have passed it. Not really sure what he was attempting to do there. Just wandering over the halfway line. Lackadaisical play. And Newcastle coming forwards now with Van Essen. This is surely going to be a goal. No, it's blocked. Good defending by... Who was that? I don't know. Here's Savage charging forwards. What's it? He's offside. They've gone 3 up front, which is incredibly hard to defend against, I find. I could put Sam Hunt in the middle and play 3 in the middle now. Just to kind of counter that threat. Play Garber there. Play Hunt as a roaming playmaker with Savage up front by himself as an advanced forward. And just try and crowd out... I mean, go 1 man each in the midfield, I suppose. Cancel them out. I think that's the sensible thing to do there. Got to the 70th minute mark. I will make some changes. I'm going to bring on Ali, and he can play as a box-to-box midfielder. So we bring Hunt off. He's got his goal. And we'll also take off Savage and bring on Pigliacelli, I think. Who's now our 3rd choice striker. Lorenzini's... we've got Lorenzini and Spencer Drury and Jack Young. Maybe I should send Lorenzini or Spencer Drury or both of them out on loan this season. I don't know. Like I said in the last episode, I don't really want to sell them. I wouldn't get very much money Corner to Newcastle. Headed away brilliantly by Martinez, and here's Fall into Kelly. What's Kelly going to do? He's up by himself, but we've got some support coming up for him. Here's Paul Kelly beating his man, crossing it in. It's another own goal. What a strange game this is. We're 3-0 up. This is an incredible win against a very strong Newcastle team. I'm going to make one more sub. I'm going to bring on Nigel for G-string, who's now our second choice left winger, of course. Wow, what a game for us. We've not seen any spectacular goals, or we've seen Sam Hunt get a penalty, but 2 own goals from pretty deadly crosses. I don't think he got the assist there either, though. Deserves it because it's a good cross in. And we've won 3-0 on our first game of the season. Yeah, no assist for... Why don't assists count for own goals? Is that standard, or is that just a mistake with the game? Because that clearly was Paul Kelly's cross in. It came off one defender. It's not like it took 5 deflections and went in. But there we go. Maybe that's the rules of football. Maybe I'm wrong. What a start to the season. And Koch had a 7.5 in goal. What possibly should be our number 1? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I still feel like maybe I should sign another player, because it's important to improve the team all the time. Burden had a good game on his debut at centre-back, of course. Really, really encouraging start to the season. Anyway, thanks for watching today's episode. Please hit that like button if you haven't already done so. The next episode will probably be the end of the transfer window, and like I said, England are playing soon, so let's have a look. We've got Luxembourg on the 6th of September, so I'm thinking what I will do is I will play the Cardiff City game in the league and then play the England game against Luxembourg. That will be the next episode. Hope you're looking forward to that. I will see you very soon.